You have been requesting that we review the Realight Reimagined add-on. This is created by Magic Creations and kind of acts like dynamic light. They priced this add-on at 490 Minecraft coins. That's £2.49. It's roughly $3. So far, the community has given this a 4.8 star rating out of 5. Only 13 ratings so far though. 92% have been a 5-star. After doing a little bit of research, the creators of this have confirmed that you can put torches in your offhand, a feature that Minecraft Bedrock Edition players have requested for a very long time. So yes, as we imagined, this is a dynamic light. When you have something like a torch in your hand, it is going to update in real time, meaning that the light source can follow you. This is absolutely perfect when you go on a mining adventure. But there are a few things you need to know about this. Once you have this installed in a new or pre-existing world, just like every other add-on, you will be given a guidebook. Now, I do want to give the developers a little bit of credit here. At the bottom, they have a changelog, which is an indication that they plan to bring more updates. It tells you the last time it was updated, which was actually quite a while ago, to be honest with you, and that this is the first version. I wish more add-on creators did this. That way we can check and track what actually changed. Every item that you are able to use with the dynamic light feature can be found inside of here. It says all information on items used for light, their light levels, what slots you can use them in, and if you can use them in the air or water. So I think I've discovered a slight bug here, or maybe I'm misunderstanding. Let's start with a beacon. Now, obviously, it has a light level of 15, which is the highest you can get in Minecraft. It says equipment slots can be done in the main hand, but also in the offhand. Now, if I go ahead and grab myself a beacon, and we go ahead and change this to midnight, as we walk around, it's going to update in real time. I absolutely love this. It's one of the most popular mods and features for Minecraft Java. Now, they said inside of the book that this item can be placed in the offhand. I have absolutely no idea how to access the offhand slot. I've tried to like quick move it. It doesn't actually work. Maybe that's a bug. Maybe I don't fully understand this, but I honestly couldn't figure this out. So I got curious by this. I was like, okay, maybe we have to put this item inside of here to convert it into something else. No, I checked this. There is no recipe for me to use. So I think that is going to be a slight bug. Anyway, checking out the list of items again, we have beacon. Apparently, it's allowed to be in the main hand and the offhand. This is an item that does work on land, technically air, because of course this is air. But this also works inside of the water as well. So as you guys can see here, the light is technically following me. The deeper we go, obviously, it stays light. It's a really cool feature overall because a lot of people... Whoa. Well, that kind of bugged out a little bit there. Okay, so I want to kind of talk about that. A little bug there when I'm in water is because I believe that this is using these, which are light blocks. Now, I could be wrong here, but I think that's how the whole dynamic... Yeah, it's definitely bugging. Hold on, let's try this. I keep kind of banging my head real quick. I feel like I'm banging it because it's updating with a block. But the light block is a block in Minecraft that you can access via commands. If you tap on this, it has different light levels. So the way I think this add-on actually works is that these light levels actually follow you when you're using something like the beacon, which might well be one of the reasons we're kind of banging our head against invisible blocks. Rather than me reading the whole entire list to you, you can check this out if you are downloading this for yourself. But each and every single block that you would consider to let off some kind of light actually does. Starting with the light levels of 15 and then going down to the likes of 14, 12, it just keeps going down and down. Still on the 12s. The further we go down, we have 10, and it goes all the way down until you get to a light level of 1. And in case you're wondering if this can be done with items inside of armor stands, the answer, unfortunately, is no. I thought the way they did the conduit was pretty good. This is only something that actually works inside of water. If you get out of the water, it doesn't work. And that makes total sense to me. But weirdly enough, the conduit doesn't work in your hand. But if you place it down, it is still actually applied. So that's a little bit of a weird one. All 3 types of the frog light do work, and I believe they emit the exact same light level, which is 15. Other items that also have a high light level is going to be glowstone. The same for a regular lantern. Meanwhile, the soul lantern is significantly decreased. So I also like that as well. And lava also has a very, very big dynamic light. Jack-o'-lanterns, sea lanterns, shroom light, and end rod. The end rod seems to be just slightly different there. And obviously, we should try these in the water as well. End light does seem to update inside of the water. Shroom light does not. Sea lantern does, and obviously that makes sense. Meanwhile, the jack-o'-lantern does not. On Java, the most common item people use is going to be a torch, because of course you carry these when you go mining. So regular torch lets off a decent amount of light level. As for the soul, it's very similar to the lantern. It's significantly decreased, and the redstone is going to be even less. And I know what you're thinking. Can these go in the offhands? I've been trying it. None of them seem to go inside of there, but if we do open up the book, it kind of mentions that these things should well be able to go inside of your offhand. So if we go to torch, equipment slots, main hand, offhand, can also be done inside of the air. So none of these are going to work inside of water. I think the candle one is quite interesting because the candle works, but it's not actually lit. So to me, this does not actually make any sense, because if we place this down, we get rid of it from my hand, it doesn't work there. Obviously, in order for this one to work, you would have to use this, and then it lets off a light level. Obviously, the more of these you place down, go ahead and relight these here. There you go. So if we take this off, now they become lit. So I don't quite understand how unlit candles can work. I know it's only Minecraft, and I know it's only a concept, but it just didn't make sense. One thing I did like, though, is that redstone ores also do the exact same thing. However, they don't work if they're placed on the floor. If we stand on this and activate it, though, it is. And I liked that. I thought that concept was pretty cool. Same with this one, right? It works for both of these. I just thought that was a really cool feature. A couple more things are going to be crying obsidian, the enchantment table, and also the skulk catalysts, all with very different kinds of light levels. Crying obsidian, not too bad. Enchantment table, significantly decreased. And the skulk catalyst is very, very subtle. 2 types of your amethyst are going to work. That being this one, which is the cluster, but also the budding one. And again, this one's really, really low light level, but still pretty cool additions. Your ender chest is going to work. Light level is really low. Same for magma blocks, but this one, once again, is incredibly subtle. Your brewing stand is meant to work. I really can't see a difference there. Apparently, brown mushrooms do. So if I grab myself a brown mushroom, it says in the book that this should actually work. Now, it's either working or it's just that low of a light that it doesn't show for me. Brown mushroom. It says 1 main hand, offhand, and air. So I'm trying to see if like any light level is emitted here. I generally don't see a difference there, but they did say that the dragon egg would also work, Maybe because it's just one, you can't actually see it very well. Obviously, glow lichen works because you see this glowing up your caves. And that seems to be it in terms of everything that I managed to discover. Now, let me show you items that I think should work and things that don't really make sense and kind of contradict some of these items. Here are 9 items I think that should work. One being glow ink. The second one being a glowing item frame. The glow is literally inside of its name. Another one should be glowstone dust. You have the glowstone block working, but you don't have the dust working. Glowberries. They literally glow up caves. It would make sense for them to work. As for the calibrated skulk sensor, we have the amethyst-related blocks. Campfires. We know that these let off light. I think they should work. Magma cream, I think that those should work. And blaze rods, I think that they should work as well. I'm pretty sure you guys in the comments could probably think of a few more things that should let off even a little bit of light. Within this add-on, though, there are 2 separate miner helmets you're able to make. One is made with a leather cap and a lantern. The other one is with a leather cap and a soul lantern. And just like before, if you go ahead and put these on, they obviously give you a certain light level. This one makes sense for going to do some exploring. Meanwhile, if you go ahead and change it to this one, it is slightly dimmed down. Let's put this one on right there. There we go. Hold on. Let's take this one off. Put that one on. And then let's change it. Oh, I think we found a bug. When I changed it to try and quick equip this one, it put this one back on. The wrong one on. Hold on. Let's put this one on. Then let's change it. So that kind of works. It's on, but not on. And the final thing within this add-on, there are 3 separate torches you're able to make. It's done with a regular torch and a piece of glass. Same can also be done with the redstone one and, of course, the soul one. So if we grab one of these and put this inside of here like that, you end up with a torchlight. You can hold this. It cannot be placed down anywhere. This can be placed in the offhand, which obviously kind of makes all of these previous things completely useless, in my opinion, considering they can't go in your offhand and this one can. Now, this can also be done, like I said, for these 2 as well, with obviously the light level of these being significantly decreased. I just don't see why anyone would use any other item other than this one in their offhand. But let's go to a cave and let's see how things would work. If I was using this in survival, obviously this would just go straight in my offhand, and I would do a whole bunch of exploring. If I was looking for specific ores, I would just be going all the way up here, for example, trying to find something like gold. There you go. Perfect example. Diamonds, you name it. The thing is, you run a risk of just using this in regular survival because torches themselves obviously prevent mobs from spawning. This doesn't. This means mobs can still spawn, but obviously you don't have to carry a ton of torches. Now, I think there's obviously a lot of room for improvements, and I do expect a couple of updates with this add-on. I think the price is relatively reasonable. We've definitely seen stuff like this, but a little bit more overpriced. I just hope that you get these things resolved. Oh, if you stand in water there, you can see it doesn't work. That's pretty cool, I guess. So, yeah, that's kind of my final opinions about this add-on.